I knew he's gonna wild out and he's gonna do something crazy. Everybody want to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
What's up, guys? Rico Capital back again for another weekly recap as we are closing out the third full week of January. Now, this week was very interesting. Last Friday, I told the team we did close the weekly as a bullish engulfing. So what that looked like was this. We did see a kind of sharp pull down the week prior, right? And so when we closed last week, a bullish kind of engulfing here, we can see on the week that we know we're going to go higher. So going into this week, I was very careful, especially with SPY here. It was the same thing. We saw a lot of strength coming out on SPY, and so we're going to really stick to SPY here, kind of going into this week for upside. There's a lot of strength, and tech was still pretty weak as Apple was selling off, nonstop. We're seeing Apple pull down and almost get into a correction here. I mean, 20 days down, 25 days down from 259 all the way down to 219. So absolutely crazy kind of pull down. So we knew tech was kind of weak going into this week, but we knew market was going to try and grind higher as the next weekly candle plays out. We got a bullish engulfing, so we're expecting a lot of upside. So obviously Monday was the inauguration. Trump is now in office, and we're going to see how kind of things got to shake up a little bit. So pretty much it was all uptrend this week. Of course, we didn't really touch any puts. We did touch puts on Monday, which was pretty simple for us, right? So we gapped up and notice how we kind of stayed up. We got to 525, which is a major kind of target. So we saw that QQQ was getting weak with tech. We slammed puts right at open for that knife straight down to eat the gap here. Very, very easy kind of start to the week. Ate the gap right there. We went lower down to 520. Beautiful. We came right back up. And as we kind of held down there, I knew, bulls stepping in pretty aggressively. We're going to be looking to be swinging, calls going into this week a lot. So that's how we were looking for. This was Tuesday. We banked off those puts on the way back up. We were like, all right, it's time to go with some calls. So we swung some QQ calls, some SPY calls. Notice how we did gap up on SPY, but did not eat the gap down here. It is still lingering down here. So we did not eat the gap. We came back up. We swung some SPY calls going into the next day. And as you can see, we gapped up and we went to 605, 606 area very easy, putting our calls in the money. I think we got the 604s up big, right? And then we hit this zone up here and kind of trickled down. Now, this was Wednesday, right? So we ended up swinging more calls, SPY up here. We swing more calls. As we're, approaching near all-time highs, we have to keep pressing. We slammed more calls here. Now, we can kind of see on the hourly, I want to show you all kind of what I was seeing here on the hourly and how it kind of played out, going into that, Thursday. So we did hit the top here and reject this supply, which is all-time high supply, last supply in our way on SPY. We did reject down. Now I saw that, we kind of did make this right here, which was we started flagging. So I told the team, stay calm. We held down here after hours. We kind of started trickling up there. And so I saw that we're near my purple line. The purple line here signifies one of two things, right? Purple line, this is a 605 line. This level I've seen getting it live from the tape, watching the tape, buyers and sellers hit the tape. This purple line signifies buyers and sellers hitting at the same spot. They're agreeing at one price. And usually when that one price gets accumulated so much, I turn it to a purple line because it is a huge either bounce off, kind of like springboard away, or a huge rejection site. And I can go over examples of that, when we get to those levels where I have a couple purple lines throughout all these levels. So we got to it. So I was like, guys, let's see what happens. We got above it. Notice how, we did swing those calls and we ended up buying more calls as we broke the flag up and pushing those calls, profitable in the money. Very, very good setup there. But they tried to trick us down there as tech was very weak and kind of slow grinding it. So we got that huge push to all-time highs up here. Beautiful work, all-time highs. And they tried to be sneaky about it right before close. The last 15 minutes, really right before close. So that was a huge clue for me. I was like, okay, let's see. We had flash PMI news going into Friday, and I did this live. I knew more than likely we are going to blast up and we're going to sell the PMI news with some lottos. So as you can see, we kind of just held up here. And if we get on the 15, I did this live in front of 50 members, and it was absolutely fun. I called it perfectly. So ride it open, right? We slammed it was some 611, 610 calls right open here at the 609.75. We held our blue line here. Little bit of a dip right there is when we slammed this right there. And so the first, it was all about waiting for that first 15 minutes when the PMI comes out. We're going to sell the news. We're not going to be chasing up here. So we slammed some longer dates calls for the swing for next week. We're playing next week stuff. We took some lottos, 611 lottos, and I got them perfect price right here. They never really went against us. Maybe for a second or two, did this live. And then, when the news come out, bang, we ran to 610, 78. Easily $1 up there. We banked on those lottos, sold for 50% gain. Boom, got out of those. And so I gave the option too. We took 2-week expiration as well on SPYs. Gave the option if you want to sell those or put stops with a buy, see what happens. Go for it. I'm hanging on for next week to see what we do. And you can see that, all today, SPY ended up coming back down to this demand because tech just could not hit the supply, hit a Rigo Cap supply right there and just sold off. It just could not hang on here, but we're still in range from, the last few days, which is, I assume they're going to keep it like this going into CPI, PPI, and big tech earnings, right? So this is very interesting. QQ's right near all-time highs. And so SPY made new all-time highs intraday and came right back down to all-time highs levels. We're still inside Friday's range. And so I expect them to hold it around here Monday, Tuesday for the big spectacular, fireworks day of CPI Wednesday. And then at close, Meta, Tesla, Apple, who else? Big names right there going to be releasing earnings, and so that's going to be the big day right there. So we got to hang on tight and see what happens. I'm not scared of any redness here now. The reason why I'm not, we're going back to the weekly. Remember when I said, we saw that bullish engulfing here. Every time we get a bullish engulfing, and you can mark my words, every time we get a bullish engulfing like this, it's usually followed up by 2 more weekly green candles. So we got our first one and we're looking for our second one. So more than likely this next week's going to be a huge upside week because now we got to think about it. Are we going to get that third candle? What are the odds we get the third candle? Well, we have CPI. That's a huge catalyst. We have big tech earnings, huge catalyst. So I don't see why not. If it's going to come, it's going to come. And so that's what we're going to looking forward to see if it plays out. The 3 weekly candles here after a bullish kind of engulfing. So we're playing it close here. Let's see what happens. Let's see if more all-time highs. Also, the weekly did close, new all-time highs on the weekly. So, you make your best judgment. If I was taking puts up here, I'd be scared to death. That's all I got to say. So you got to think of things kind of in probability. What's the probability that we win on calls versus, not or whatever. And so I think the highest probability here is we're taking calls. Let's see what happens. We took 2 weeks out. We had February expiration. We should be all right for whatever happens this next week. I expect, Monday to be a little bit of movement, Tuesday to be kind of stale, be in anticipation for Wednesday. And then us, if everything goes accordingly, we're all out Thursday morning. Could be Wednesday, could be a little bit Wednesday morning, but mostly Thursday morning after earnings. And we're banking heavy. So teams riding, we're riding out, and let's see what happens here now. I want to kind of show you guys the member gains for this week. Absolutely killed it. We're starting it off, right? Short week, right? Because of inauguration. But we'll start it off here with Dan, 20% on his account. Beautiful. I'm showing off my account. Sangusi showing off 15%. Spacey follower. Nothing crazy. Today, watching my ass after Friday when I broke my rules. Hit my daily goal and I'm out of buying power. Time to step away, get back to accounting. Beautiful. We got Christian showing some games there. Brock showing off some weekly gains, daily gains. Size down after Friday's big wins. Beautiful. I'm showing off the weekly. We're starting off strong, 11%. We got Anthony showing off 14% on his. Beautiful. Joseph showing off 7%. 1.5K right there. 1,500. Beautiful. Soul Sandals showing off some beautiful gains right there on QQ puts. Franco showing off 8% on his account. Nice. Loudmouth showing off 5%. Love it. That boy Jacques showing off 5%, almost 6%. Awesome. Dark Trader, this ran to 100% for my entry off Rico zones of $600. They always bang when I don't size up. Green over greed, though. Love that. Love that. Dolphin Goat, thanks Rico. He's showing his weekly. Beautiful weekly right there. 75%. Daily up big. Love that. Anthony showing off 25% on his account. Awesome. Glyph showing off. Sizing small for earnings play. Decided to try QQ instead of SPY, but followed Rico and made an easy $165. Beautiful. Spacey Follower showing off. Going to be taking some profit, resetting the port back to 1K. I think very happy. It was great. Look at that swing. Beautiful. I love it. Luke showing off those gains. Beautiful. 7K. Awesome. 22% showing off my account. We got Franco up 13% and love that. This motherfucker Rico don't miss. Ayo Brock showing off some 36%. Beautiful. Up on the week. Win streak still active. 74% for Anthony on his account. Christian showing off Nvidia calls, Amazon calls, SPY calls. We're killing it. That boy Jock showing off 18%. Benji, bro, does not miss. Talk about me. He's up big on the week, on the month. I'm sorry, past month. 6K in options. Amazon up 700 on that. We took an Amazon play. It was awesome. It was super awesome on that. Losing plays, never heard of her. Showing off some gains myself. Menace, good morning chat. Showing off some gains on the Amazon. $200. Sangy C, Loudmouth showing off 13%. Soul Sandals showing off some nice profit on the Amazon. Blue Dew 17% on his account. Joseph showing off 80% on his swing. We did some banger swings this week. 80% on his account. He went big. 10K win right there. Member turns makes 10K off of my swing play. We absolutely killed it. Chase showing off some gains. Relax time. Thanks for the rent. Chase is up year to date, 14K on the day, 1600 swings, killed it. 800-ish on Amazon, thanks Rico, lots of scaling in and out, trying to be better, holding longer, good positions, love that. Glyph showing off some more, almost forgot, made $100 on the small K, 1K challenge, cool. Raps, Dolphin Go showing off, beautiful win right there, 24%, love that. Jacques showing off 6%. Han showing off another big win, another good day, thanks to Rico, 5K right there. Good job, Han. Sangy C, $11 doesn't hurt, right? Killed it right there. I'll take that. We stay winning, so I'm showing off my monthly right here, up 175%. We're killing it. Joseph, time to go back to my day job. He's up 5%, so you know that's a couple thousand right there for him. Jimmy showing off some gains on some SPYs, 7%, 46%, loving that. Joseph showing off 9%. He said I had to get back in, couldn't miss all the fun. Beautiful. Jimmy showing a short story here, down 22% on some SPY calls. We killed it, and then up 19-20%. So we absolutely killed it. I'm showing off a little zero here on some SpyX end of day play when they ended up blasting it higher, but off of one contract, 1300%. Oh, love it. Learning from the best. Thanks, Rico. Nathan showing off, some beautiful games right there. That boy Jacques showing off the SPY call, held it through the fire, 129%. Love that. Loudmouth showing off 106% on some Nvidia swings. Cool. Christian showing off some SPY calls. We took those calls at open, banked. Soul Sandals showing off some gains as well. Nathan, Dolphin Goat right there showing off some more as he's watching my stream. Loved it. Bang, big account. I'm showing off 7% on the day. Swing was up right to 620s. Longer dates, cool. Excuse AMD, it was for shits and giggles. Chase is showing off. Beautiful 2% win. I mean, keeping it small, but consistent. That's the thing. Jock showing off 14%. Love that. Moon Candle with Rico Countdown, $243 right there. Ocho Sangushi showing off $421, 45%. Love that. Didn't blow the port, so I could trade today and make some back. Nice. Anthony showing off 10%. Love that. Spacey showing off the last one to show us off for $200. Held through the fire. He killed it. We had to stay on live a little bit longer to help him kind of through the fire as he kind of missed his exit, but then got it back. So very, very intense week for us. As we're starting off the year right, we're up big, so very cool. And shout out to the rest of the members that are on my private Twitter that really don't be popping in Discord too much, but all good. they're killing it too. I love seeing their DMs all the time. So very awesome stuff. Looking forward to kind of next week and how we can do. This was the Amazon play. Bull flagged. We opened up above the bull flag. We started dipping into it. I ended up slamming those calls into the bull flag. Just ran in there on a red candle on some calls, and it immediately did exactly what we thought it would right there. Just boom, and we're all out. I mean, absolutely beautiful move right there. Killed it, but all good, all fun. We're up big for the month, up big for the year, and we're starting this year off strong. So if you want to be a part of the team, wap.com/Rico Capital, be a part of this fun, go sign up. And we're having a lot of fun. I trade live as well, mentorships, whatever you need, one-on-one, I got you. So whatever you need, let me know. Go follow my main Twitter, Rico Capital. Get plugged in on some of the fun on there as well. So if you need me, I'll be here. If not, I'll see you on the next recap.
Where were you when I was down bad? Where were you?